Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Farouk Systems. This is Chi Live, right from our studio here in Houston, Texas. My name is Josh Bernard. I'm a creative artist for the company. Today we're going to be sharing with you some hair cutting techniques, and we're also going to be sharing with you about some of our new amazing tools. I can't wait to get into it, but I want to share with you a little bit about this company. It started right here in Houston in 1986, and the founder of the company is named Farouk Shami. The man is a true genius. He's 82 years old and comes to work every single day, and the man has over 60 patents right now. It's pretty incredible what this man has done. Couple of things that he's invented. We all know, number one, he was the very first in the world to invent ammonia-free hair color and ammonia-free highlighting systems. And then he came with a product called Silk Therapy, product in the BioSilk category, which became a global phenomenon, and that product really made a dent in the industry because it created a whole new genre of product. I don't know if we'd even have all of these serums if it wasn't for his invention of Silk Therapy. And then he came with the Chi iron. That one iron changed the game in our entire tool industry of what we use in professional tools in our salons. And the man just keeps creating. And one of the things I'm most proud of, you can see behind me the LG Chi Color Master Factory. This machine, you can make over 1 million different hair color formulas. This is pretty much one of his most prized inventions. It's super amazing. I love using it in my salon, and I could not imagine my days without it. But I'm not going to be sharing with you today, but I just wanted to share with you a couple of things because I think it's really important that we understand where this company has gone and where we started. You know, back in the day, I was one of the very first employees here when I was 12 years old, and our warehouse was about 6,000 square feet. We currently manufacture right here in Houston, Texas, all of our products. And within our facilities, we have 1.5 million square feet of manufacturing, warehousing, education centers, all of our corporate offices. So it's pretty amazing how this company has evolved and how it's grown. And it's done that because of the innovation of one person, and that's Dr. Farouk Shami. If you guys haven't known Farouk or met him and you're a hairstylist, you might meet him because he's always out and about meeting people, always sharing his love for the industry and his passion with the hairstylists out there in the field. So who wants to see some hair cutting today? Let's check it out. So my model came in and she had some bleached, kind of fried, dried ends, and she wasn't very happy with it, right, Iris? So she wanted to go back all one color. You can see how shiny and healthy and beautiful it is. What did you say whenever you felt your hair, what it felt like?
It was very rough.
And what did I tell you before I colored your hair?
That it was going to be completely different.
That it was going to feel brand new again, right?
Yes.
I didn't lie to her like most guys do. I'm totally kidding. But you can see how shiny, how healthy, how beautiful her hair is. We went and used the LG Chi Color Master Factory. I just did a straight 3N. We wanted to get her back to her natural color. She doesn't want any maintenance. And we just went with a straight 3N and 10 volume, and you can see the amazing shine that's in her hair now. So we wanted to share with you some hair cutting, and this is our very first live that we're actually doing hair cutting. We're typically sharing color, or we're sharing some of our tools, which I will get into in a little bit. But this is going to be one of the fall looks. This haircut's kind of trending. I'm going to show you my version of it and how I do it. I hope you're excited and ready to get to see what I share. So when I'm cutting hair, it's funny because I have a lot of stylist friends and they use like 20 different pairs of shears and texturizing shears and all the things. I have one, a 7-inch pair of shears. This is what I use for my entire hair cutting unless I'm using clippers. I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks and do some slide cutting. I'm doing this on dry hair mainly because we only have 30 minutes on the live, but you can do this on wet hair. In the salon, I'm typically doing this haircut on wet hair. Right now, I'm going to do it on dry because you guys don't want to sit here and watch me blow dry for 10, 15 minutes. I think you'd rather me use some of our amazing new tools, and you can see me style her out after the haircut. Sound good? Okay, here we go. So first we're going to look down just a little bit for me at the camera. We're going to take this and we're going to part this. We're going to do her layers first on the top. So we're going to take this and part this out. I'm going to turn you just a little bit so that they can see my sectioning. We're going to take this and just get this hair out of the way. And save that for later. And we're going to go in. I think this might be a better angle here on camera. We're going to go this direction. So I'm going to go ahead and take about a 1/2 inch parting. We're going to go ahead and pull the hair directly up, and we are going to over direct it and find where the short hair is. See where that short hair is? All of this is going to come off now. We're going to do it at a 45-degree angle. We're going to point cut. Is that easy? Pretty easy. Okay, we're going to take half of that section. Now we're going to take a little more on this side. Now I'm going with another half-inch section, so we can have a guide in there. When I pull it up, you're going to see where the short hair is, and we're going to take all this off. Easy enough. And another parting. We're just going to work our way around. I can do this haircut pretty fast in the salon, and I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. I think for a long time we've had one length hair. A lot of people, even the Kardashians, they didn't have layers in their hair for a little bit. Everyone just had this long, heavy, one length hair. And I think it's time that we're getting back into layers. I think that's where the trend is going. Nice, flowy hair that's moving, that has curls, has bounce to it. And you can't really get that whenever you don't have layers. So I prepped her hair for this haircut to do on dry hair. I used our Rural Treatment line. So I shampooed and conditioned with Rural Treatment with our Color Gloss shampoo and conditioner. And then we went in, and these are two of my favorite products. I put in Bond and Repair leave-in treatment, and I also put in Blowout Primer, which is going to make her hair nice, smooth, shiny, and healthy. And then we went in and flat ironed with our new Chi Lava Mini Styler, and I'll show you guys this a little bit. And that's how I got her hair super, super smooth. She does have a little bit of wave in the front. We had to get it super smooth when I'm doing dry hair cutting. That's one of the important things. When you're doing dry hair cutting, you've got to make sure that the hair is straight. If you've got bumps in the hair and all that, your layers are not going to be perfect. So in dry hair cutting, we must make sure that we get the hair smooth. Okay, so now I'm starting to get past her ear. Once I get past her ear, I'm going to over direct every section into the next section. Here we go. We're going to pull this up, take this hair off. Is there anybody in Facebook land, Instagram, anyone have any questions about what I'm doing here? Social media team, anybody on there asking questions? Okay, so I'm going to move on to the opposite side, and we're just going to go through and we're going to do the exact same thing. Pretty easy so far. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take this hair up. She's got beautiful hair, right? Nice, shiny, beautiful. So I want to share with you a little tip. Whenever I am point cutting, one thing that helps me, because I know that all of us hairdressers, we know that we're only supposed to use our thumb and control one blade. And a key that helps me so that I don't have a lot of movement between both blades is I'll take my wrist and cock it one way, and you can see how smooth that goes. Or if I cock it the other way, you can see that only one blade is moving. If I put my hand straight, I'm not really able to control these muscles right here. But by locking my wrist either direction, it's really going to help me to only move that one blade. So that's just a little tip I like to share with people. It's always helpful. Some of us have a little bit of trouble with scissor control. And I think it's very important if you're going to be cutting some clean lines, we really have to make sure that we control that one blade. All right, here we go. We're going to over direct it up, take all this hair off, and then we're going to cut it at a 45. So see, we got a 45-degree angle. What we're doing is we're building a concave right now. So this is basically building a V in layering. And that's going to be the maximum amount of layers that we can do. If I cut square layers, we're going to be Jennifer Aniston 2001 Friends haircut. We're not doing that anymore. So this is more concave layering, and I'm going to show you a little different way that we're going to do her face frame layers. Let me get some of this hair out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and okay, and then we're over directing everything a little bit back. There we go. Top layer is pretty easy. You guys follow that? And you can already see she's getting some movement in her hair just from the top. Now we're going to start to work on the front. Okay, so this first section, we're going to take a little bit about an inch parting. We're going to take it just to the back of her ear, and we're going to pin this out of the way. How short can I go with your layers in the front?
Surprise me.
She doesn't care. Oh, ouch. Okay. So I'm going to take her probably to about the corner of her mouth there. So I'm going to hold this here. If I took these layers and I cut them and pulled it down here like we used to do, we're going to have Jennifer Aniston again. We're not doing that haircut anymore. That's been done. I've done it like 9,000 times in my career and it's over. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this directly off of her scalp. We're going to pull this straight off the head so you can see I'm pulling this parallel. Got it? Let's check where we want our length to start. And we're going to slide cut. I'm going to go behind my hand. You guys see on the camera? I'm going to go behind my hand and slide down. And I'm basically creating another 45-degree angle. I'm going to get this hair. And we're going to go here. Now, if I wanted to do more like a wolf cut, I could do the same thing, but I would cut it more square as opposed to like a 45, okay? That would give us like maximum layers in the front. But we also have to be careful and we have to make sure how much hair that they have in her hairline. You can see like she's got a ton of hair, but right in here I need to be very careful so that we don't make holes in the hair. So always consider the amount of hair that you have and that you're working with for the haircut that you're doing. Sometimes we have clients that ask us to do a certain haircut, and sometimes we have to know and we have to tell them like that's not going to work on you. Like we've got to modify this to your hair type, right? So we have to be honest with our clientele as well. I'm going to go ahead and take another parting. We're going to go way behind the ear back here, almost to the back hairline. We're going to take this next section and we are going to pull it straight off the head just like we did the last one. And we're going to match all of these layers and just do another slide cut. So you can see where this starts. I'm pulling directly off the head and we're going to go slide cut. And if you can see what I'm doing with my shears, I'll show you a little bit in just a second of how I'm opening and closing the blade. I'm barely just opening and closing the blade, so I'm actually using just that little bitty tiny triangle whenever I'm cutting, and I'm taking my thumb and just barely, got it? Okay. So you can see now we're getting some nice shape, we're getting some layers in the front. Hopefully she's not mad at me. She told me I could cut it as short as I want. Look, she's still smiling. There is a mirror there. Okay, here we go. Do you guys see the shine in this hair color? What do you think? Pretty mate, not bad? Yeah? Okay, and then this is going to probably be our final section. We're going to just go through the hair until there's no more hair left. So I'm going to pull this all the way into my front section just like the last one. And we're going to find where it starts. And we're going to slide cut again. So what this is doing is basically, we need to know, as a rule of thumb when hair cutting, short hair pushes long hair. So these layers, although all of this is the same length, these layers, this hair is shorter than this hair. So short hair pushes long hair. Think about that. If this short hair is going to push long hair and I want to curl this hair back, it's going to push it back and it's going to help it to flow, because I think hair is more going this way as opposed to down and like a tapered look. So that's the purpose of cutting these layers, is so that we can get that nice flowy hair that bounces, hair that's off of the face, and really kind of widening the style. So that side is complete. Not too bad, right? Pretty easy so far. Let's go to this side. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and take a diagonal parting just to behind the ear. Man, your hair's shiny. So pretty. I did all right for once. Okay, so next we're going to do the same thing. Straight off. And this time I'm going to go behind my hand. And I like to rest this hand on top of this hand, so whenever I'm slide cutting, I have more control. You can see it's almost like a butterfly, right? Pretty cool, pretty easy. Some of these things are things that I figured out on my own, things that I did that I wasn't conscious about. But whenever I'm sharing with people, I like to share the tips and really focus on what I'm actually doing so that you can use these tips and understand it. But you can see I'm just going behind my hand and kind of doing almost like a butterfly, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and take another diagonal back parting. Clip this out of the way. And we're going to take this hair straight off, just like we did the last section. There's our guide. Just go behind your hand again. You can see again, I'm just opening and closing the blade, and you can see how I'm locking my wrist and see how much control I have over the shears, right? Hope this works. Just kidding. She said, "Oh gosh." Okay, so this is just 3 partings on each side, so 6 partings, 6 sections. And here we go. Last one. So we're going to go ahead and pull this straight off the scalp again. Directly off. And there's not a lot of hair left, but here we go. Just cleaning up those very bottom layers.
Hey Josh,
Yes, ma'am.
we have a question.
Okay, we have a question. What's up?
Will this type of cut give volume at the top of the crown?
Will this type of cut give volume at the top of the crown? Yes. So we put maximum layers here. So whenever I was cutting and doing the V-shaped section, this hair is some of the shortest hair in the layering. So does that answer the question? We good? Okay. All right. Now you can see we've got some movement. She's not mad at me. Does that look okay?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So we have some movement. Now this hair is flowing. We're going to be able to do some very beautiful things whenever we're styling now, as opposed to having just some one length hair. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to add a little bit of texture into here, soften it up just a little bit more. Her hair is like super thick in the back right here. So, and what I like to do is do slide cutting. And I told you I only use these shears. I don't need texturizing shears. I can do all the things with one shear. So I'm going to take her hair and we're going to slide cut towards her face this time. And I'm just kind of taking some hair out, and then I like to feel it and see. And whenever, I mean, this is all by feel. So right now, I'm going to slide cut, and I'm going to take hair out until I feel that it's enough. And we don't want to do too much. So each time that you take a slide cut, feel around in your section. And then if it needs a little more, you can take a little more. I see a lot of times hairstylists are chopping away at hair so much, how can you possibly know if you put enough texture or not, right? So always kind of feel through the hair, and you'll know, you'll feel it. Now it feels nice, like it matches the rest of it. It's feeling nice and soft and manageable, and like it's going to have some movement again. So in these back sections, I like to take the hair up. You can see where those layers start, and if we want to soften that up a little bit again, we just go through a little bit of punch cutting. And again, I'm just taking my fingers and just barely, as I'm hitting the hair, I'm just barely opening and closing the blade. Adding just a little bit more texture, softening up those layers just a little bit more.
Josh, what size scissors are you using?
These size scissors are a size 7.5-inch shear. Yeah, I like a longer shear. The reason is that if I want to do point cutting, I can get really deep into the hair. So if I want to point cut, look how deep I can point cut in. If I want to do a little bit of shallow point cutting, I can always just back up and do that. But a longer shear, I feel like I have more control because of the weight of it, but I also feel like I have more diversity as far as how I'm putting texture into the hair. I have a lot of friends that use texturizing shears to do this, and that's great if that's what you like to do. I'm not knocking it. It's just my preferred method. I feel like with texturizing shears that when you're using them, sometimes you only have one shot, and it's not going to be as soft because whenever you hit it with the texturizing shears, you're taking out notches as opposed to making a very soft blend as you're texturizing. Doing okay down there? Okay. Okay, now we're going to get around to the front on this side. We're going to take a little bit of slide cutting, get a little bit more softness going around the face. That's it. Pretty easy. Anyone have any questions on it? Okay, let's talk about some tools. Let's check this out. So, this tool. This is like, people are going crazy over this thing. This is our new Chi Lava Air Glam. I'm going to be honest with you, I suck at curling hair. I'm a great colorist, but if Josh can do it, anybody can do it. So I'm going to demonstrate with you guys. First, I'm going to blow out this loose hair from the haircut, but this has 5 attachments to it. It's super easy to use. It's amazing. In the salon that I've in, there's 5 stylists in there, and we all go crazy over it. So we share one right now, but we all are going to get one. But I can tell you this, like, we go nuts over this thing. We're fighting over it, and the clients love it too. It's super easy to use. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. It's very powerful if you're just blowing out. And you can see how easy and ergonomic it is whenever you're holding it with your hands. So if I'm round brushing, as opposed to holding a big clunky dryer, it's so ergonomical whenever we're trying to blow dry, and you can really direct the heat right exactly where you want it to be. Just getting some of that loose hair out before we start to put some curls in. So yeah, you're going to see how easy it is to curl, and I'm going to tell you again, if Josh can do it, anybody else can. Watch. Okay, so these attachments, it just clicks on, clicks off, and each of these, we have 2 different barrels whenever we're curling, and they each have an arrow on it, and that directional arrow is showing you which way the hair is going to wrap around this tool. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one first. We're going to go ahead and attach it on, click it in, and we turn it on. And it's got a heat setting that you can, nope, no heat. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. There we go. All right, that was user error. Okay, so you can see this directional arrow right now on here. It's going to wrap the hair this way around. Hold this for me for a second. Okay, does that feel good? You want one now, right?
I sure do.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a couple of diagonal partings. We're going to go through and watch. You can see it's just going to wrap the hair on its own around the tool. You can hold it there for just a minute. And then once we let it out, you can see how easy was that curl. Can you hold this for me? Next one, here we go. We're just going to place the tool around it, behind, pull it out a little bit, and let it suck it in. Just a minute, and we can pull it out. You see we got a really pretty curl there, right? Super easy. Okay, hold that again for me. Okay. Yeah, the clients in the salon go crazy over it too whenever we're using this thing because they haven't seen this before. And so once the hair starts spinning around and gets on the barrel, everyone's like, what are you using over there? Everyone gets excited. So it really is something amazing also that we can retail. I'm going to use another one of the attachments also so I can share that with you. But how easy was that to add curl into the hair? I mean, I didn't have to fumble with the hair. It just automatically wraps it around. So let's go ahead and turn this off. We're going to go ahead and take this attachment off real quick. And there we go. There we go. All right. Can you hold this for me? Now, I think curtain bangs are kind of still a thing. I think that more bouncy hair is getting where it is. So we're going to go ahead and let this go. We're going to wrap this hair into the styling brush. And you just leave it there and we can set it. Give her some nice body and volume in the front. It's also going to help this hair come around and be real soft and nice and pretty around her face. Hold this again. Okay, thank you. One more time. Thank you. Your hair's so straight.
It is, yeah.
It wants to be straight. If we have any questions on the haircut or on the tools, does anybody ask anything that we need to address? Oh, they're being good today. Maybe I explained myself so good they don't have any questions. All right, here we go. All right, we also have a brand new dryer. I showed you guys this a little bit. This is Chi Lava. I want to talk a little bit about lava technology. Farouk was eating in a restaurant. I can't remember where he was, but they brought his steak out on this tray, and the tray was made out of lava stone. And he asked the waiter, why is this on lava stone? And so the waiter said it's on lava because it keeps a constant heat temperature. And it really, Farouk starts thinking about things nonstop. The man is always inventing something. He always has something new to think about. And he started looking into lava and realized lava holds the most minerals of any stone on the entire planet. And so he realized we need to start integrating this into our tools. So lava technology is now the #1 technology in the tool industry. For a long time it was ceramics, but you know, we've jumped over to lava, and it really has made such a huge difference in the hair. I mean, that's part of the reason why the hair is so shiny and healthy, even after I use all these hot tools on them, blow dryers, curling irons, flat irons, all these different things. We want to make sure that the hair is healthy. That's my #1 marketing tool in the salon, is that my clients are walking around for the whole next 6 to 8 weeks before they come and see me again with beautiful, healthy, shiny hair. And how do we achieve that? We do it with good tools, we do it with good hair color, and we do it with products that we send home with them so that they have the best products for their hair type to maintain the shine, maintain their color, and help the longevity of their hair being healthy, right? This tool comes with a couple of different attachments. It has a diffuser. It has this smaller director, and one of the things that I love that this company's come out with, we have a larger director. And how long have we been using these little ones that aren't the same size as our round brush? So now we have these directors that are the exact same size and width of a round brush, so when you're blow drying, it's not blow drying the hair all out of the sides. So I love these attachments for the tools. One more thing we're going to mention is our the Chi Lava Mini Styler. So this thing, if you turn it, let's see, it's going to open, and it's a tiny little styler, but it has an amazing plate on it. And this is what I prepped her hair with before. I'm going to go ahead and do one section before we started cutting, and you can see it's even, I mean, her hair is even shinier after I run and just pass it one time. It's crazy. And that's the power of having lava integrated into this, because we're having minerals put off into the hair as the lava stone is passing over it. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's show off this haircut a little bit. Shake it. Do you want me to shake it for you?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. She said, yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take off this cape. Show you guys the final look. You guys like that? Pretty easy? Easy haircut? Do you like it? You have a mirror.
I love it.
You did okay? Well, that wraps up our Chi Live today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, on behalf of Farouk Systems, myself and our whole team, thank you for being here with us. I thoroughly enjoyed being with you, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.